Everyone, have you switched it on?
Yes, ma'am.
1 minute. Eleven 2022. Ryansh, lying on the bed or sitting on the chair?
Sorry, ma'am.
Are you lying on the bed?
No, ma'am. There's a pillow behind my head, ma'am.
Show me properly. Show your face properly. Let me find out.
Ma'am, see, ma'am.
Hmm. Still, I have a doubt whether you are sitting or lying down. Huh?
No, ma'am. I'm sitting only, ma'am. See, ma'am.
Okay. What, Amuda Bharati? Now situation is better or
Better, ma'am.
better? Okay. You are the coordinator for care animals phase 2.
அவங்களே போட்டுக்கிட்டேன். ஆமா மேம்.
Okay, good.
ஆ.
1 minute, guys. I'm taking the screenshot. Yes, I took it. Okay, fine. So today we look at the feasibility study. Okay. So what do you know about feasibility study? What do you mean by feasibility study? Arin Patana. This feasibility study is all about checking the viability of the project. So how far the project will go good, what are all the advantages we have, and what are the opportunities we have in future, and what are all the how much the business is going to bring them profit, or is there any problem in it. So we'll come to know all that by um, doing this feasibility study. Okay, so feasibility study is all about gaining some considerable knowledge about the project. Okay, and it is all about to check or to know about the viability of the uh, proposed industrial venture. So that is what we uh, um, we'll study in the feasibility report. Okay, so now let's understand about what are all the advantages of this feasibility study. Okay, so what are all the usefulness of doing this feasibility study. So in that, number one is how it is going to help the upcoming entrepreneurs. So how it is going to benefit the new entrepreneurs. அப்படின்னு பார்த்தோன்னா, it is going to benefit the entrepreneur by giving the information about how to identify a product, or how to manufacture the product which will give them more profit, or anything like it could be a product or service, or a kind of venture. So this feasibility study will give them a proper knowledge about whatever venture they want to start with. Okay, so it will help the entrepreneurs, budding entrepreneurs, to identify the product. So this is the first advantage we can tell about feasibility study. And what about for the existing entrepreneur? Okay, for upcoming entrepreneur, it will help them to identify the product or service. What about for the existing entrepreneur? How it is going to help the existing entrepreneur? அப்படின்னு கேட்டோம்னா, it will help the existing entrepreneur to identify the area in which they are going to give their entry. Like suppose so far that particular entrepreneur were doing some pharmaceutical oriented he's doing some business related to pharmaceutical. Now if he wants to get into FMCG product line, then this feasibility study will help him to gain some knowledge on it. Okay, so he'll come to know that what are the new product line which is having more opportunity for him to to start with. So he'll come to know about all that by doing this feasibility study. Okay. And by doing this feasibility study, we'll come to, as an entrepreneur, he'll come to know about what are all the facilities given by the government in order to start a new industry. Okay, so the government may offer some, some amount. In order to motivate the entrepreneur to start up the business, right? So these are all the things he'll come to know about. He'll come to know while doing this feasibility study. And as an budding entrepreneur or existing entrepreneur, he'll come to know about what are all the institutional agencies which is involved in promoting the entrepreneurship. So these things they'll come to know by doing this feasibility study. And apart from that, what are all the institution which is doing this consulting services. So like there are certain organization which is originated basically to promote the entrepreneurship. So we have studied about the commercial bank, government agencies and non-government agencies which is involved in promoting entrepreneurship, right? So by doing the feasibility study, we'll come to know what are all the agencies involved in it and what is the best thing they are offering for the entrepreneur to start up the business. So those things they'll come to know about through this feasibility study. So basically, they'll be able to gain some specialized skill because of the training provided by this consulting organization, and they can also improve their knowledge about the business, and they will also come to know about the resources availability, and they know how to manage time. So all that they come to know through this feasibility reports. Okay. And so even some universities, colleges and some research organizations, they found that in recent times, due to this feasibility study report, okay, most of the developing countries, okay, are enriched with so much of knowledge because of this feasibility study. So this is all about advantages of feasibility study. So I hope you understood what are the meaning of feasibility study, and you understood about the advantages of feasibility study, right? புரிஞ்சுதா?
Yes, ma'am.
அப்பா, அனிருத் மட்டும் முடிச்சிட்டு இருக்கான். மத்தவங்கலாம் தூங்கியாச்சா? All
Yes,
others
ma'am.
slept nicely.
மேம் இங்க 2 பேர் வீட்ல கரண்ட் போயிடுச்சா மேம்?
போலனாலும் போயிடுச்சு சொல்லுவானுங்கடா நம்ம பசங்க. ஆ?
இல்ல மேம் போயிடுச்சா மேம்? அவனுக்கு இப்பதான் மேம் போனாங்க வெளில.
ம். Right. Okay, so in feasibility study, there are so many analysis. Okay, the analysis about the technical stuff, the analysis about the economic stuff, and there are certain analysis about the financial status, and we can even check about the market um, we'll also do the market analysis and commercial analysis and organizational analysis, even about the managerial analysis and social analysis through this feasibility study. So we'll just have a outline about what is all about. Okay, so I'll just explain you about what is technical analysis all about. So what are we going to do in or what are we going to learn in technical analysis? So what kind of knowledge you gain by doing this technical analysis? So those things uh, we'll come to know through doing this technical analysis. So basically, technical analysis is all about what? Knowing about the technology which is used in the business, and what are all the how much is the technical know-how as an entrepreneur, and how good is the project in the point view of engineers, and what about the detailed description of the project which is relevant to technology. So all that we'll come to know through doing this technical analysis. So basically, we'll come to know about everything in the viewpoint of technicality. Okay, so technical related எந்த ஒரு இன்ஃபர்மேஷனும் will come to know by doing this technical analysis. And the next thing is all about economic analysis. So economic analysis, by reading the word itself, you'll come to know about how good is that particular project is having, like whether that particular project is having a higher priority or lower priority, or will it fit into a national planning framework, or whether the project is effectively contributing towards the development of the nation, right? And towards the development of that particular sector. And is there any scarce resources which is utilized by that particular project? So all that will come to know through doing this economic analysis. And the third analysis is all about finance. Okay, financial analysis. So by reading the name itself, you know like what is what. So financial analysis is all about what like you'll come to know about the basis of prices, and what are all the sources you are going to use, and how much you are going to spend on it, right? So how we are going to gain finance, or what are all the sources of finance, will come to know through it. And what are all the probable operating cost and revenue, and what could be the rate of return. So all that will come to know through doing this financial analysis. Okay, and the next thing is all about operational analysis. Okay, and in the operational analysis containing commercial and market analysis. So in that, the entrepreneur will study about what about the supply of goods and services, and how the entrepreneur avail this uninterrupted supply of inputs which is needed for the operation. And he'll also able to determine about the market demands. Okay, how much is the demand for a particular product in the market, right? And how much is the supply? Is there any gap between demand and supply? Okay, so demand and supply gap also he'll come to know through doing this operational analysis. So operational analysis, which contains again the commercial and marketing analysis. Okay, and the next is all about organizational analysis. So in the organizational analysis, as an entrepreneur, he'll come to know whether the project is likely to be successful, or the company is not able to function it properly. So that thing he'll come to know through doing this organizational analysis. And the next thing is all about managerial analysis. Okay, so it is all about the managerial skills, the proposed management. He'll come to know about the quality of the proposed management, and whether the existing procedures and rules are adequate to control and direct the project. So all that he'll analyze through doing this managerial. He'll come to know through doing this managerial analysis. And the last analysis about the social analysis. Okay, whether it has any impact on the society, and what is the attitude, what are all the attitude of the population toward the project, and what is a specific element that will change the society. And so all that we are going to come to know through doing this social analysis. And the next is all about environmental analysis. So by doing this environmental analysis, as an entrepreneur, he'll gain the knowledge about how it impact the environment. Is there any pollution which is caused by the industry, or will the project disturb the equilibrium of the ecology, and will it fit into the national environmental policy. So all that will come to know through doing this environmental analysis. Okay, so this is all about what? These are all about the areas of feasibility analysis. So in today's class, we have discussed about the meaning, advantages, and the areas of feasibility analysis. Guys, are you
Yes, ma'am.
there? Yes.
Yeah, ma'am.
What about Jainam? Jainam, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm. What about Naveen? Naveen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you tell about what is commercial and market analysis all about?
Market analysis, ma'am. It's about
Ah,
checking the demand, seeing if it's feasible to start a business in that particular market, and checking if there's any gap
yeah.
between supply and
Is
demand.
it only about checking the demand? Is it only about checking the demand, or
No, ma'am, there
checking
are other
about the
factors,
supply and
but I don't
supply?
remember those, ma'am.
Yeah. So it is all about the market analysis, where the entrepreneur will come to know about how much is the demand and how much is the supply. Is there any gap between those two? Okay. So demand and supply gap he'll identify through doing this operational or marketing analysis.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. And what about um, environmental analysis? Ramesh, number 74, Ramesh, can you answer?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, I go out and come, ma'am. My computer is lagging a bit.
What, Anirudh?
மேம் என் கம்ப்யூட்டர் லைட்டா லேக் ஆகுது மேம் நான் கொஞ்சம் வெளியே போயிட்டு வந்துடுறேன் மேம்
Okay, done.
ஓகே மேம்
யார் அது இதை போட்டு இப்படி இப்படி நிறுத்துறா? நீதானா? சும்மா இருக்க மாட்டியா? Okay, guys. So, can anyone tell me about the technical feasibility? Suraj, roll number 9. Roll number 9, Suraj, are you there? Roll number 9, Suraj. Okay, Anirudh, give him absent for today's class. And can I have roll number 7? Roll number 7. Okay, roll number 50. Okay, I'll mark the numbers who are all not answering. I'm not going to give them attendance. So kindly give your answers whenever I question you. Yes, tell me what is financial analysis?
Ma'am, me, ma'am.
Yes. Number one.
Well, financial analysis deals with when you check how feasible is the finances, like how much money you need to start the business and how much you will get the revenue out of the business you're going to start, ma'am.
Right? So, how the company will come to know about all the stuff? On the basis of what? On the basis of prices. That is what I told. Okay. So, what is the and it is not only about so how the company is going to know about the financial soundness of the company. So how much is spent by the company, how much is earned by the company, right? So in that way, if they do the analysis about the cost part as well as the revenue part, they'll come to know about the profitability part, right? ஸோ எப்படி நம்மளுக்கு வந்து எவ்வளோ ப்ராஃபிட் ஏர்ன் பண்ணான்னு தெரியும், எவ்வளோ எக்ஸ்பென்சஸ் ஆயிருக்கு, எவ்வளோ ரெவென்யூ வந்திருக்கு, right? So if you know the difference, right, if the revenue is more than your expenses, then you can say that the business is going good. Okay, if the cost is more than the revenue, then the you can say that the business is in loss, right? So on the basis of prices, on the basis of the revenue and the cost part will tell you about the financial soundness of the business, right? All right. So can I have roll number 63? Roll number 63.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you mean by managerial analysis part? Managerial feasibility means what? So how do you assess the quality of the management? How do you assess? So if you are an entrepreneur, how do you assess the quality of management? See, I told you about the procedures and the rules which is followed by the company, whether it is controlling and directing the project or not. See, if some rules or procedures are followed by the company, right? See, when there is a company, there are certain rules and regulations which is followed by the company, right? There are certain procedure. See, even for a college, even for the department, we have course objective, we have program objective, right? So why do we fix the objective for the program? Why do we fix the objective for the course? Because we have to achieve that particular goal at the end of the day, right? So whatever function we do, whatever work we do, we'll see to that whether we are attaining to that goal or not, right? So in that way we'll check the quality of the management, right? So in order to check the quality of management, as an entrepreneur he has to check about whether the policies and procedures followed by the company are controlling and directing the project or not. So in that way they will be able to check the quality of the management. Is it okay, Saran?
Yes, ma'am.
புரியலனா கேட்கறது இல்ல, கேட்டா சொல்றது இல்ல, என்ன சரண்? சரண் ஆன்சர் பண்ணுவான்னு எதிர்பார்த்தேன் நானு. You didn't answer me. Why? சொன்னது புரியலையா, கவனிக்கலையா? சரண்
மேம் எஸ் மேம் சொல்லி ஆன்சர் பண்ணா மேம்.
இல்லையே, இப்ப எனக்கு ஓகே சொல்லிட்டு காணாம போயிட்டானே. Okay guys, fine. In today's class we have discussed about the feasibility study, and Anirudh kindly update the report. Last first November ஓட attendance கூட சேர்த்து போட்டு அனுப்பிச்சுடுறா அனிருத்.
எஸ் மேம், அதுவும் இருக்கு மேம்.
ஓகே. ஸோ அந்த எக்ஸல்லே எனக்கு அப்டேட் பண்ணி அனுப்பிச்சிடு.
ஓகே மேம்.
ஓகே ஃபைன். ஓகே guys, thanks for joining.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am.